I learned an interesting thing about you, Joyce, this week from your book. Joyce doesn't.
So, good afternoon. So, we're going to have a prelude by our musician, Wiley Beveridge.
A friend of mine wrote this for me after a kind of a rough challenge. And we were both very committed Christians then, and she still is, so it has God in it. And I tried changing it, and nothing worked. So the invitation, what I would do now is where God is, vibration or the universe or whatever. So hopefully don't let that bother you, just interpret it for yourself. Come into the quiet, be one with God's breath. Rest in this waiting place, peace will be there. Rest, rest, peace will be there. Come into the quiet, be one with God's breath. Rest in this healing place, healing will be there. Rest, rest, healing will be there. Come into the quiet, be one with God's breath. Rest in this waiting place, truth will be there. Rest, rest, truth will be there.
Good afternoon. I just want to make sure y'all were awake. Okay, so welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. I'm Devorah Kelley, and I'm going to be the service associate, and I'm doing parts of the service later. Wiley Beveridge is our musician, and he'll be introducing himself in a little while. So this afternoon, we're going to share our message in a little bit different way. There will be three separate sections, and each one will have a reading, a chant, and some silence. So the prelude was perfect. Come into this place of quiet, because that's what we're going for today, is kind of quiet until the very end, and then we'll change the energy. So, and we will have, before the end of the service, a time for reflection, where people can speak their truth, kind of like a Quaker meeting. So we're delighted that you've gathered here together today, longtime friends and newcomers. And I know we have some of both. Whether you've come seeking community, reflection, or renewal, may this time together offer you a sense of peace, belonging, and nourishment. Our opening words this morning are a call and response. So I'm going to say something and then you repeat it. It is a blessing. It is a blessing to be.
It is a blessing to be.
It is a blessing to be here.
It is a blessing to be here.
It is a blessing to be here now.
It is a blessing to be here now.
It is a blessing to be here now together.
It is a blessing to be here now together.
It is indeed, this is not the response. It is indeed a blessing and a joy to be here now together in this fellowship. So, if you're new and you would like to receive our newsletter and other emails, please talk to a member of the welcome team. Would the members of the welcome team please stand up? Thank you for your service. You can also write to us at LCUUF.org. Okay? And I want to extend a very, very warm welcome to anyone who's visiting us today for the first time, or if you've come back after a long absence, please stand when the mic is passed and share your name And I invite you to speak briefly, but we do want to welcome you. And if you're on Zoom, please introduce yourself in the chat box, and that will be read out loud in the service. So Kate's going to pass the... Okay. So if you're new or have returned, please raise your hand, and Kate will bring the mic to you.
How convenient. My name is Susan Miller. My husband and I lived here from 2012 to 2023. We returned to the wilds of the suburbs of Washington, D.C. 2.5 years ago. I'm down here for a week. Lovely seeing all these wonderful, wonderful people. I left 10 inches of snow and 2 inches of ice on top of it, and I don't miss it.
Because I live on the west side and traffic. So anyway, and I'm not an early morning person. So it's lovely to be back, though. A lot of people I don't know, but it's wonderful to see some familiar faces, too. So anyway, thank you.
Thanks, Donna. Welcome back. Do we have any visitors on Zoom, Barley?
Don't have any visitors today.
Okay, all right. So somebody said we have just all the old people that are here. So welcome to everyone, members, visitors alike. Here at LCUUF, every week is a little different, right? We have reflections from our minister, Matt Alspa, as well as insights from members and sometimes outside visitors, outside speakers. And we warmly invite you to continue to come back and join us through this ever-unfolding landscape of thought, belief, and spirit. Okay. Now we're going to light our chalice. So our chalice lighting words today are adapted from Carl Seberg, not Sandburg. We light this chalice for our coming together this morning, for the truth heard in the words that we will speak and the songs we will sing, for the silence of the voice within us and beyond us. May there be continued joy in our coming together. Now, having lit our chalice, let's sing these words together. We So love is not only at the center of our UU values. If you've seen the flower, the values around, and love is in the center. It's also the opening that invites us to lament, celebrate, and care as we briefly share our personal joys, sorrows, and our milestones. Because we know that there's power in the sharing as we hold each other in this beloved community. Just a sentence or two, unless you have something that's weighing on your heart, then you can take a little bit longer. We'll start with the people here in the room to give those on Zoom a chance to type their joys and or sorrows into the chat to be read out loud in the fellowship. As the mic is passed, she's got multitasking today. Please share your sorrows first. I know that that's been a change. We're going to share just the sorrows first, whatever you may be holding, whatever's in need of our healing and caring thoughts. Are there any sorrows that people feel called to share here in the room?
Hi, my name's Tim. A couple weeks ago, I brought before you a Mexican couple who were hoping to find a rental, and they got that rental, so thank you for that. But then he lost his job here. So now the prayer is to find a new job so they can afford the rental. So that's for Alex and Gabriella.
Are there any sorrows on Zoom?
No, we have no sorrows or joys today. Well,
Okay.
maybe we'll have joys. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Wait, we do have one. Let's see. I would be grateful for healing thoughts and prayers for Kevin Glenn, Terry Glenn's brother, who was flown to MD Anderson in Houston after being diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. Also emotional support for Terry, his 92-year-old mother and family. Terry's sister Debbie was also diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer and died on January 30th, 2026. both Debbie and Kevin were diagnosed on January 21st, 2026.
I think we need just a moment. That's some pretty heavy sorrow. So, Terry, if you're on Zoom, you must be because you wrote that. We're sending you lots of love. Okay. How about joys? Are there any joys or milestones that you want to share?
I'm Flo, and I am really grateful and joyful to be here, and I have been dealing with a strange illness. I haven't been feeling well for a couple of months, and I'm just being lifted now out of this maze of strangeness, and I am so grateful for that. I also have healing thoughts for my friend Dee Dee, who's going to be going to Massachusetts, and I'll be thinking of you. So my feelings are mixed.
Hi, I'm Ilona. I couldn't come for a couple of weeks because I joyfully had my family here from Minneapolis, and we were all over the place. But I just wanted to mention that they talked about the solidarity that they've been doing in Minneapolis, despite the cold, 20 below zero, and they're out protesting. They live in the neighborhood where all of this has been happening, from George Floyd to the church to the 2 last killings. And they said that everyone there is doing what they can, including of which carrying Mexican flags on their cars. So, but she said that the thing that was so important for them is the fact that the community there, the Mexicans and the others, understand and feel for what support they're getting, and going to restaurants that are all blocked up, and knocking on the door and going in a back door so they can patronize a Mexican restaurant. So there's a lot of solidarity going on right there.
Hello, I'm Carol, and I just wanted to let you guys know that finally we're having Sue Kelley's memorial service. It's coming up on this coming Saturday at 4 o'clock from 4 to 5, and Matt will be speaking, and it is being held at the house that Sue used to live in on San Luis 22A. It's the wall in front of it is this bright purple blue. It's really pretty. Hosted by Ed Gott, who is now living there and was a friend of hers. So, and we're encouraged to bring finger food for after because Sue was such a good cook. Everybody remembers eating with her. So anyway, hope to see you there Saturday at 4.
I want to piggyback on the Minneapolis comment. I am glad that I live in a place where there isn't state terrorism that would profile me as a gringo.
Hi, I'm Linda. As some of you may know or may not know, my husband has been ill for about 15 years, but the last 3 years he's been living in a home in Canada, very close to where I am. And yesterday was our 35th wedding anniversary, so.
Happy anniversary.
Good morning, good afternoon. I'm Terry. I have a very simple joy. I'm here next to Dee Dee, and I'm just delighted.
I'm Larry. I know Dee Dee. This is actually 2 joys. One's for Donna, because Donna, we changed our service to be noontime, and so all of the West people. So, if you ever need a ride, let us know. Okay, no pressure. And I'm looking forward to going up north with Dee Dee on Tuesday. We're going to get to see snow again, and I have to keep her spirits up. So I'm going to get a sled out so she can go sledding.
I have one, which is kind of a silly one, but most of you know that at the annual general meeting, I was voted in as board president. And I just want to say that it's 1 month in and I'm still standing. Actually, I'm looking forward to it. Did I see another hand? Nope. Okay. And you said there's no joys on Zoom, Barley?
I don't see any joys today.
Okay. Okay. So now we're going to light our care candle, which is from our care team. May its steady glow hold space for all that we have spoken, for all that we keep in the silent sanctuary of our hearts. Each joy, each sorrow is embraced in this sacred moment. And now let's pause for a moment of silence as we take all of that in. So as you know, generosity is one of the spiritual values that we recognize as central to our personal and our institutional well-being. You are now invited to participate in the blessing of the giving spirit of grateful fellowship. If the ushers would come forward. Sorry, we usually do a little bit more than that. So each of our 6 designated charitable organizations here at Lakeside twice a year receive. This month we're highlighting Asociación Pro Mexico. It's in San Juan Cosala, which provides education, career training, and mentoring for women in 11 villages throughout the Lakeside region. And you can read the description.
A retreat from our busy lives. I've done many talks, I've done workshops, and from notes. They want me to read what I write. Oh my God. All right. So I'm going to just say a bit by why I'm here. Robbie and I are new here. We're not members yet. But I have an extensive background in music and meditation and all that sort of thing. I've been playing piano since I was 8, flute in junior high and guitar in college. I was a music major, and then got very blessed to travel in a worldwide Episcopal music ministry, if you can believe that. It was really around the world, of integrating contemporary music into traditional churches. So it's great. When I left that period of my life, I was in small Episcopal churches for like 30 years, and then 20 years in Unity. And they were all small, and I've told several people when we came here and I sat back there and saw all the white hair and the gray hair, I thought, oh, this is going to be the same. No, you guys, you sing really, really well. So I'm looking forward to what we're about to do. And the other thing, since leaving all that organized religion stuff, if Robbie and I could find a retreat center, he doesn't know this, I would drag him, and then we would live there, and I would just do music like we're going to do today all day. So we refer to Taizé. Has anyone not heard of the music from Taizé or the community in France? Okay, okay, that's good. That so many do. It has a long history. I'm going to do very short. It's a group of monks that formed this ministry there decades ago, after World War II, to unite German and Jewish youth. Still going today. They worship in a huge tent, and about 1,000 people fit in it. And it's mostly teenagers and college kids from all over the world. Beautiful, eh? And their services, I haven't been to a Eucharistic service, but their daily things, which I have been to with my late partner, Michael, is you go and kneel or sit on the floor for a very long time. And it's a series of readings, silence, chant, silence, and it just repeats for about an hour. And the silence is about 10 minutes, maybe 15. The chant is about 10 minutes, maybe 15. And to sit in that room with that many young people, not fidgeting. I was fidgeting like crazy. I was so uncomfortable on the floor. But it was one of the most powerful things I've ever experienced, being with those kids. And anyway, that's the background. We're using that model for this next part. We're going to have, like she said, reading, music, and silence. The silence is going to be longer than 10 seconds, but shorter than 10 minutes. But it's probably going to be uncomfortably long. And the encouragement is to sit with your discomfort, make friends with it. So here's the thing. When we do this, she's got these beautiful readings. And your reading voice is really nice, you're speaking. And just, kind of sink into what she's saying. And we'll have a little bit of silence before I start the chant. You don't know any of these. And because you don't, I'll do a little kind of instruction getting into it. And as soon as the words will be up, as soon as you can, stop looking at them. And just let the music and the words kind of wash over you. And don't worry about anything, whether you're doing it right. There's no right and wrong in this. And we'll do that song, and then we'll have the silence. So I want to encourage two things. If you do meditation yourself, you already have your own method. If you don't do any, here I was taught these two by a Buddhist meditation teacher that I loved. One is from Thich Nhat Hanh, the Buddhist monk. He taught this as a walking meditation. I do it as a sitting, where you get comfortable in your seat. Everyone tells you uncross your legs, all that business. Do what you want. You're grown-ups. If you want to lay on the floor, lay on the floor. If you want to walk out, go have a walk outside. It's okay. Nobody's going to be hurt. But this one is you just breathe in. Yes, you say to yourself, to the universe, to whatever, to life. Breathe out, thank you. And so in that silence, if you can just do that over and over. And it's amazingly peaceful, and you don't have to know really what the yes means or the thank you. Your spirit knows. The other one is my favorite, and it's very weird. So you do it with me. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Now just let it out. It goes out as much as it can. And rest there. Don't breathe. And wait till your body breathes you. You see what I mean? Don't automatically just do in, out, in, out. Rest in that. And that space between those breaths I get chills just thinking about it. So there's at least two things. If you're not comfortable with silence, you could do those for that. And that time will go so fast you won't even know how that it's 8.5 minutes. No, is there something else? No, don't. The other thing that people have said to many times in places I've been is the chants are so boring. It's just the same thing over and over. Yeah, and if you just analyze the words, absolutely it is. But if you get out of your head and have the words, and you're repeating the words with the music, and here's the other thing I didn't say earlier, I forgot. Doing this with a group of people that you love is delicious, if you'll let it be. It is so, to have silence with this many people is not, it's quiet, but there's a lot of energy that goes around the room when you do that, and the same with the chant. So we're going to do it now, right? Yes. And so thank you.
So I just want to say, Wiley said to let your body breathe you. I'm going to say let the words of the song sing you. Kind of changes. You're not doing the singing. Our first reading is by Mary Oliver, one of my favorite of her poems called Praying. It doesn't have to be the blue iris. It could be weeds in a vacant lot, or a few small stones. Just pay attention. Then patch a few words together. Don't try to make them too elaborate. This isn't a contest, but the doorway into thanks and a silence in which another voice may speak.
notes, Alleluia and Alleluia. Most of us know that these words are very powerful in the Christian faith. I've found since I left that this, for some reason, this word sung just releases great energy. So we're not worshiping anyone doing this. We're just singing this word that's sung in many traditions. And here are the two notes. Alleluia, alleluia. That's it.
A Blessing for One Who is Exhausted by John O'Donohue. When the rhythm of the heart becomes hectic, time takes on the strain until it breaks. Then all the unattended stress falls in on the mind like an endless increasing weight. The light in the mind becomes dim. Things you could take in your stride before now become laborsome events of will. Weariness invades your spirit. Gravity begins falling inside you, dragging down every bone. The tide you never valued has gone out, and you're marooned on unsure ground. Something within you has closed down, and you cannot push yourself back to life. You have been forced to enter empty time. The desire that drove you has been relinquished. There's nothing else to do now but rest and patiently learn to receive the self you have forsaken for the race of your days. At first, your thinking will darken and sadness will overtake you like listless weather. The flow of unspent, unwept tears will frighten you. You've traveled too fast over false ground. Now your soul has come to take you back. Take refuge in your senses. Open up to the small miracles that you rushed through. Become inclined to watch the way of rain when it falls slow and free. Imitate the habit of twilight, taking time to open the well of color that fostered the brightness of day. Draw alongside the silence of stone until its calmness can claim you. Be excessively gentle with yourself. Stay clear of those vexed in spirit. Learn to linger around someone of ease who feels that they have all the time in the world. Gradually, you will return to yourself, having learned a new respect for your heart and the joy that dwells far within slow time.
So the Latin is ubi caritas et amor. Ubi caritas Deus ibi est. I'll sing it once. All right, this is happening when try turning my mic down quite a bit, please. See if that's the issue. And if there's a mid-range on it, turn the mid-range down. Et
The Peace of Wild Things by Wendell Berry. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world, and I am free. So Thich Nhat Hanh on being peace. We're going to do a very quiet meditation, very short. And this is how it will go. This is what you'll be saying inside your head. Breathing in, I calm body and mind. Breathing out, I smile. Breathing in, I calm body and mind. Breathing out, I smile. Breathing in, I calm body and mind. Breathing out, I smile. we just have a few minutes to do a time for reflection. So you've heard some words, you've heard and sung some music, and you've sat in silence for probably longer than most of you reckoned with when you came in. So if anyone has anything that has kind of stirred within them that they'd like to share, a thought or two or a feeling, whatever has come up. And we'll take about 5 minutes to be able to do this.
Thank you very much. This was lovely. And what I will take with me is the recording of this to the hospital room with me.
You're taking all of us with you, Dee Dee. Anybody?
I enjoyed the chant and I enjoyed the silence. The silences here for me are always too short. And today we took time for silence, and that I appreciate.
It doesn't have to be anything profound. No. Yes, that was profound, Bob.
Well, I've been involved in this different ways with Wiley, but this is a new version because of being in this group, in this place and time is very special. I have to report that I was all over the map on this. There was comfort, there was extreme discomfort, and all that I got in touch with was that this was the real me feeling my authentic feelings rather than things being scripted and controlled. So I would say I was not comfortable, but I felt more real, and that's a new experience.
Devorah, thank you. And thank to the gentleman, I don't remember his name. But who? Wiley. Thank you, Wiley. Thank you, Devorah. This was a gift.
I've been able to be a participant in many Taizé services and thought I knew most of the choruses, but there were a couple of Wiley that you chose that were new. And it was the pacing of the service I thought was just beautiful. And I appreciate the spirit that both of you brought to it. You know, we're living in such a frenetic world and so much going on. So to be able to be in the presence of all of you and know that there's love in your hearts and you all have good, caring spirits, that's very powerful thing, and it's a great gift to be here today. Thank you.
Good, I was afraid my side wasn't going to be speaking up.
Simply, beautifully orchestrated. Wonderful.
Behind you.
There was a peace within, and a calmness and a peace without in community.
I will say that I had the gift of picking the 3 readings, and I tended, as I was reading them, I realized they picked them because they were things that I need to hear. So.
And keep in mind, if you had none of those experiences, that's okay too.
I'm mindful of the statement early on that this is nicely done in a community of people you love and know, and I'm wondering, I'm hoping that it would be effective in a community of people who are, that it's a mixed community, different religious beliefs and different political beliefs.
Yes, I agree.
The original Taizé was for bringing Germans and Jews together, the youth, for reconciliation. So I think it must have been very powerful because they're still doing it. Anyone else? Okay, thank you for your making yourselves vulnerable and open to sharing. So our closing words are by L.R. Nost, who's an award-winning author, woman's right advocate, and a social justice activist. This is what she says. Do not be dismayed by the brokenness of the world. All things break, and all things can be mended. Not with time, as they say, but with intention. So go, love intentionally, extravagantly, and unconditionally. The broken world waits in darkness for the light that is you. So now we will extinguish our chalice with these words, which we read together, which probably most people know by now. We extinguish this flame.
But not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we keep in our hearts and share with all the world.
So our worship is over, our service begins, but if you were here, I think it was 2 weeks ago, Wiley played a song, and for some reason in the script it said, listen in silence. We're going to do it again today, and you don't have to be silent. You can dance, you can sing, you can move. So we've just had an hour of quietude, but now we have to take that energy out into the world, but we're going to infuse it with this energy. So again, I invite you to get up and move and dance and sing. Make a joyful noise, I think is in the Bible.
Gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Together now, put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead. One more time. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other, and please stand. Don't give up hope. You're not alone. Don't you give up. Keep moving on. You gotta put one foot in front of the other, and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other, and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Lift up your eyes, don't you despair. Look up ahead, the path is there. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other